so that, Your Excellency, you can get a lot of youth. One of the biggest things you like to do is to get a lot of youth to be involved in agriculture. This is a form of agriculture the youth can be involved in. And the only way we can do that is creating employment by getting the most value to the farmer. So what we request, Madam CEO, what we request is this: give a proper advisory every year, every season, as to what should be the fair value, not to control the price, but just a fair value. What should the farmer get? Karibu sana Joseph. Asante sana bwana mheshimiwa kwa kunipa hii fursa. Your Excellency, Mr. Deputy President, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. For you, your cabinet secretaries and the permanent secretaries and farmer colleagues and the exporters, I honor you all. I would like to go straight to contributing to issues that I think are important for farmers. I am a farmer from Tarbo, Uasin Gishu. I represent about 300 farmers, 350 farmers that have organized themselves. So far we have 1,500 acres under avocado and growing rapidly. Growing very, very rapidly. It may not take even less than more than 3 years to overtake Moranga, if I may put it that way. It's good, it will be healthy competition. Before you arrived here, Your Excellency, there was a lot of discussion around e-teams, tax, and all that. I will not want to venture into that. I will want somebody else who is more articulate. But just to mention, to say that, as farmers of avocado, we are just at a very nascent stage. We don't want a lot of noise. We pay a lot of taxes through inputs and all that goes into it. We would like this crop or this subsector to be developed. It's only when it is fully mature and developed that we can have a discussion around how we can contribute. But so far, I think based on the statistics that the CEO has shared, it has the greatest potential to transform the economy of this country, alleviate rural poverty, and really make Kenya a different country. A statistic that was missed was when I check what is available, Your Excellency, Mexico produces close to 3 million tons of avocado. We are number 5, number 6. Your statistic was around 500 that we produce. You mentioned a figure like 148. I don't know whether that's for export, but I want to imagine that we should export the bulk of it. With that rapid growth, Your Excellency, and the fact that when you look even at our national concern, Kenya requires about $1.9 billion to $2 billion per month for our export bill. This crop has the potential to really help in earning this country foreign exchange. And as farmers, we would like to contribute to that through this product. One of the issues that is affecting us, Your Excellency, is we would not like to see what affected the coffee sector, what affected the dairy sector, to get into this. We would like to get it right first time. 1 kilogram of coffee, dried coffee, we don't produce a lot of coffee in the Rift Valley. When you do some economics, I think it produces maybe 300 cups of coffee, each sold, I don't know how many dollars per cup abroad. How many gets to the farmer? Very little of that. Milk, a farmer is paid 40, 50 shillings now, but the consumer pays 120. How about avocado? Avocado is not like milk. It doesn't go through a lot of processing with respect to exporters and pack houses. I would imagine there is some processing, of course. But the fruit gets to the consumer table the way it came to from the farm in terms of its original content. So the question is, there is some mistrust, Your Excellency, speaking from the farmer side, as to whether the farmer is getting a fair value for what is being paid for the fruit abroad. What I would like to see as a farmer is that here as farmers, aggregators and exporters, we should not be competitors. We should be one team, saying how much value should we bring to Kenya? How can we get this fruit or production from Kenya move from number 6, number 5, and not just a distant 5, but very close to the 3 million tons produced by Mexico? The only way we can do that is by having that fair value getting to the farmer. So that, Your Excellency, you can get a lot of youth. One of the biggest things you like to do is to get a lot of youth to be involved in agriculture. This is a form of agriculture the youth can be involved in. And the only way we can do that is creating employment by getting the most value to the farmer. So what we request, Madam CEO, what we request is this: give a proper advisory every year, every season, as to what should be the fair value, not to control the price, but just a fair value. What should the farmer get? We will trust you as our government. Because this time the price is 50 shillings. A farmer said the other day was paid 7 shillings per kilo, another 190. Another farmer one time managed to sell at 120 per kilo, another one 150. So trust is lost. Give peace to the exporters, give fairness to the aggregator, but please take care of the farmer by making sure the farmer gets the best value. How can we know that? The way you share statistics about sales and volumes, share the statistics about the value chain. What should the farmer get? Then we as farmers can be sure that we've been taken care of. I hope that is clear, Your Excellency. Now, when we try to take this fruit to the pack houses, to the exporters, there's a lot of rejection for fruit. We would like some care for the farmer, that this exporter or this buyer, can he get to the farm, evaluate the crop in the farm, and part with the farmer at the farm gate? Because the moment you've taken the fruit to the pack house and then some fruits are rejected, where do you take that fruit, Your Excellency? And this is a perishable crop. So we would like a situation where the farmer is taken care of by the majority of his fruit being accepted. Not to accept poor crop, but a lot of investment has gone, Your Excellency, in production side. We have very qualified agronomists that advise us. We have very good people that come and check and say, this is how you produce good quality crop. But then we don't have the fairness in terms of selection of the crop that goes to the pack house. One of the farmers told me that he took his crop, then when they were rejected and say this 40% is not good, when he received them, they are not the same fruits that left his farm. So we need that care of the farmer, and the only way we can develop that is by the government taking care of us. So 2 ways that I would suggest. We had the other day Kisii County developed, and it's sad I have not had somebody here from Kisii, oil processing, two more. Oil processing is what we would like actually to be, we would like to be assisted in that format so that whatever doesn't get to the export market can be processed. There's a lot of demand for cooking oil which we import. There's a lot of demand for that avocado oil for cosmetics. Where do we process? So let the government assist in terms of providing incentives for investors to come and invest in certain processing plants. And finally, Your Excellency, this fruit has been promoted as very good diet, very good healthy food. Can it be promoted in a country to be consumed internally so that we create a good internal market? Some of the deficiencies in children, in the youth, in terms of the quality of food that they eat, what's wrong with promoting it as part of what can be given in our schools as school feeding programs, and we create a very big internal market and a new generation that can move away from junk and get into healthy living. That is the quickest I can summarize my points, but thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Nimepatia nafasi ni Priscilla Nyokabi. Tafadhali fanya summary kwa kila kitu tunaongea kwa sababu ya muda. Tuko wengi.